Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy and I make videos about our allotment and just sort of like a diary thing of what we do. If you're watching this after my plot tour, I am filming it on the same day, which is why I've got the same clothes on, in case those with eagle eyes would have noticed. I'm actually going to just do some seed sowing now. Let me have a look what I've got. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sowing seeds that are okay now to be put outside, although they're not going to be put outside. They're going to be sown in the greenhouse, so they will still have an element of protection because it is still quite chilly, I think, for the time of year. So I'm going to put them in here because I know that they'll be okay in here if they're okay to be outside, if that makes sense. So the ones that, things like tomatoes and stuff, are still all indoors. My squashes I'm going to sow indoors. My beans are still going to be sown indoors. But other things that are okay outside will be sown in here. So I've got a lot of flowers. I've got like sunflowers, zinnias. They'll all be okay in here. I've got some calendula, which will be fine in here. Let me turn the camera around and show you. Some calendula will be fine. I've got some cornflower. Actually, I'm going to put them straight in my garden in a pot. Got some sweet peas. I'm a bit late with them, but we'll put them out anyway. Some cabbage. I've got all my pumpkins and stuff in here, but as I say, I'm not going to be sowing them in here. I'm going to be sowing them at home. I've got some nasturtiums. Love nasturtiums. If you didn't know, nasturtiums are actually edible. You can eat pretty much it all. Actually, you can eat the leaves, make a nice pesto out of them, and you can eat the flowers. They're like a peppery taste. They look great in salads as well. So I'm going to be growing quite a few nasturtiums, and they can grow up. They trail, so they can grow up arches and up fences. So I'm going to be starting some of them off, ready to put them out as well. So I've got some trays ready to start some of the seeds in, but I've also got like these module ones as well, because sometimes they're easier to plant out. Like sunflowers are better off like individual in their own thing. And then I've got these ones that have got more cells. These I actually got from a garden centre. They have like a area outside where they've just got pots and trays, and it's just, just take what you want. So I got a few of them because they're quite good. These are really good as well for planting peas or beans, so I use these for my beans as well, but the beans will be started off indoors. So I've just come out, can't see me. Hi. I've just come outside to do this on the table. It's just started raining, so I'm going to try and be quick and get this some of these seeds sown as quick as I can. I probably won't have time to do them all, so we'll see how we go.
Bring out your goods and your chattels and all the treasures that can travel. I'll fix the wheel and all.
So it started raining quite heavy. I didn't get to plant any yet. I think what I'm going to do, if I brought all the seeds in so seed packets don't get wet, I might have to sow them in here. There's my seed trays on the table with compost in, ready to be sown into. And it's raining. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear some space in here. Oh, hello. You fell down a hole. Hang on. As I was saying, is I'm going to clear the top of this. This has got some garlic that is no good now, so I'm just going to get rid of it. And I'm going to put my seed trays up here and sow straight into them. It's quite a nice height, actually. It's higher than the table, so I'm going to do that. I have got a tray, that green tray there. I think that is one without holes in, so I can put some seeds in there and sit in water so that they stay. Oh, I've got another one here actually. Put them in there so don't have to keep coming back all the time to water them, because obviously you're in the greenhouse, it doesn't get rained on, and that's what happens with these lettuce ones down here. They're very, very dry. So I'm going to do that. I'm really grateful that we've got the greenhouse. Actually, when we first took on our plot, we didn't have a greenhouse or a polytunnel. Well, the polytunnel is on our other plot. The frame of it was there, but the cover had sort of disintegrated, so it didn't keep very dry. So we didn't have anywhere when it started to rain. So I'm quite grateful we have the greenhouse, that I can just hide in here while it rains, and I can still get some stuff done. Right, that's all the ones that I'd prepped in. So now I'm going to start sowing the seeds in there. I'm going to put some calendula in a tray. This half tray one, when I say half tray, it's like a small tray. I'm going to put some kale in there. I'm only doing a small one for kale, the Cavallanura kale, because we've already started some. So I don't need to do loads, but I do need to do loads of these. I'm going to shut the door. Cocoon myself in. Right, so how I sow the seed is I put the compost in first, and then I don't fill it right up. Put the seeds on top and then put the compost on top of that. Whereas I know some people fill it up and then put the seeds on and then push it in. There's a tiny little, that's not even a spider. I don't know what that is. I'm going to get that out. And I'm going to chuck it out here. Right, so, I've got two things in here. I've got calendula, that's that one. Oh, they are both the same. So this is like a bright orange one. And then I have got some pink ones as well. I'm going to sow the orange ones first. These are really, I don't know if you've ever seen these seeds. They're quite big and they're like these little curly bits. So all I'm going to do is just sort of put them on. Let's put it in this one so you can see. Just going to spread them out quite evenly. So sometimes when I've done it before, I've just sort of sprinkled them on. And then when you have to come and thin them out, well, not thin them out, but when you go to pot them on, it's not easy to get them. So this year, a lot of them I am doing like this. My peppers I've done the same, whereas in the past I've just sort of got a load and sprinkled them. And then I have far too many pepper and chili plants, so I'm not doing that this year. But you can't have too many calendula in my book, because I put them in my garden at home and in the allotment, and I use them, I dry them and infuse in oil. So you need quite a few, because obviously you want to infuse some, but you also want to have them flowering as well. So that's quite a few, isn't it? Should we put a few more in? Let's go for it. See if I can use up the whole packet. Put them in the gaps. So I usually infuse them in like just sunflower oil. And so far I've only used a slow method. So you put it in and you leave it for quite a few weeks. But I saw somebody do it in, put it in like the slow cooker, and then it's quicker. So that's that whole pack there. So there are quite a few there, but there are gaps. That whole pack, and then we've just got some more still there, and I need to remember to, I think it's a compost out there. I have to go back outside again now, but remember to put tags on. And then I'm just going to write orange ones, because it doesn't matter what variety they are to me, but I want to know whether they're going to be orange or pink, because then that matters where I plant them, because I want the pink ones in the garden. Right, I'm going to have to dash outside and bring the compost back in again now. Do you know what? And I checked the weather forecast before I came, and it said no more rain. So I thought, perfect. Let's get down there. Just had to phone Lucy to ask her to get the washing in as well, because I left the washing out because it said no rain. But never mind. Right, running out of compost actually. I've got a bag at home, but I forgot to bring it. Right, so that's that one in there. Some calendula. Sorry, am I making you wobble? No. Right, what shall we do next? Shall we do a bit of kale in here? Let's find the kale. So this is it. This one. These ones look like we got free with a magazine. Got another freebie. I've just dropped one in my hand. Right, these seeds are, I don't know if you can see them actually, a bit smaller than them ones, but not the smallest. Whoa, we don't want that many. Can you see them ones? So again, I'm just going to try and sow one every inch or so. Oh, there's two there. Oh, that's three. I'm not doing very well, am I? So we still will get quite a few plants, but you've got to remember that not all of them will grow, and even when you plant them out, even if they do all take, when you plant them out, they don't all take then, or they might get eaten by something. I find the kale's usually alright, it doesn't normally get eaten by anything, but although I think the pigeons quite like it, so we have to net it. Usually the they're called butterflies, the cabbage white, that like brassicas, because this is a brassica. They don't usually tend to go for the kale as much, which is quite good. And I just realised I just dropped a load of them and I put them back in. So, right, I'm going to cover that over. Oh, getting wet. Okay, stick a tag in. Oh, these have gone really brittle, they're breaking. So we just put kale, and then I'll know what that is. I'll say that. I'll still probably get to it and be like, what was that again? Right, so that's that one. That's that. Let's get some sunflowers going, shall we? So I'm going to do sunflowers in these. And I'm just going to put, I always say I'm going to put one in each one, but I'm going to actually put two. So I'm going to put them sort of either end. And if they both take, then I'll take one out and put it into a separate pot. But otherwise, if I only put one in and they don't take, then I feel like I've wasted a load of space. So I'm just going to find the sunflower seeds. So I've got some giant ones. What's these ones? Okay, they don't grow. I might grow them ones. Right. I've got the toy shop ones. So they are small ones. And I'm growing them so I can try and maybe cut flower them. And then I've got these giant ones. So these ones grow 5 centimetres. These ones grow 4 centimetres. So I've got 3 of these pots. So I'm going to put one lot in each one. 2, 4, 6, so 12 in each thing. That's if I've got enough seeds. I found actually recently when I bought some seeds, they seem to be a bit like food. There seems to be less of them in a pack. So I bought some seeds the other day. Yeah, see, that's hardly, I mean, there's not many in the pack, is it? So let's just stick them all in, shall we? Which ones are these? Are these the, oh, these are the American Giant. Ooh. So that would be good if we can get some nice big sunflowers. Might be able to enter a competition. Oh, look, nearly perfect. I've got one spare one, so I will put 3 in one. So I'll cover them over. And I'm growing more sunflower. Last year I didn't seem to, did I grow any sunflowers? They didn't take. None of our sunflowers took. They just didn't grow. But what I want to do is do it so that I can eat the sunflower seeds and also have enough that I can leave some of the heads to dry for the birds as well. So these are the American Giant. American. I am going to put the variety on these ones because I want to know which ones grew the best. So there's that one. And oh, sorry. And then I'm going to just pop them down there for a minute. I'm going to do these toy shop ones. How many seeds do we reckon we're going to get in this? Sometimes it says it on the back of the packet, doesn't it? Apparently 30 seeds of these ones. Oh, because these are smaller seeds, yeah, you get more. So I'm going to I'm still only going to put 2 in each one, and then I'm going to try and see if I can put some in a different thing. Because it's very tempting to put more, but as I say, then when you come to pot them on, it's more difficult. So these, because these are a mix, see how you've got like some white seeds and some sort of black ones. Oh no, I forgot where I got to. And because I want lots of these ones, because they're good for borders in the garden, I am going to put some in here as well. I'm going to put one in each one here though, because they're only small cells. How many do you think we're going to get? And as I say, because last year our none of our sunflowers took. We didn't have any sunflowers. I'm starting off more than what I possibly would normally. I think it was them halo ones actually we tried growing last year, and they just didn't take whatsoever. Oh, see now, I think there's no point putting them back. I'm going to put 2 in some of these. Put them at separate sides of the pot though. Let's take a bit of compost out of this one. Right, so that's, I need to write 2 tags for that one. So that was sunflower toy, what was it called? Toy shop. Toy shop? Toy shop. Okay, so let's just put right, that's that one and that one. Let's move them down out of the way. And then we're going to do another giant one. These ones. And again, I'm going to put 2 in each one. Apparently I've got 57 seeds in here. Oh, this hasn't got a little packet. Oh, they're pretty seeds. That's how I remember we used to have a parrot, a Senegal parrot called Nelson, and he used to love his sunflower seeds. He would have loved it if I'd grown them back then. Sunflowers can also be direct sown. Not just yet, I don't think. Oh, sow indoors, sow outdoors. Oh, you can sow them outdoors now. So we might. The thing is, I find you have to be careful because if you direct sow them, things like to eat them, like birds. So they tend to get eaten, and then you never know if they've been eaten. So that's why we tend to sow them inside. Better success rate. Well, apart from last year. Giant. And then the giant ones, God, the rain. You tend to only get 1 flower on a stem, whereas the smaller ones you can have lots of little ones. Let's put him over there. Right, what else did I say? Sweet peas. Now, a good way to sow your sweet peas and normal peas actually, and I haven't done it because I'm being a bit impatient. If you soak them, so if you get some kitchen roll, soak it in a little pot, put them on there, wait for them to sprout first, then you get a better success rate. But I've been impatient and I'm not going to do that. I'm just looking for my other sweet peas here. So I've got these ones. I'm gonna mix them all up. Right, I haven't used this one yet, have we? No. You don't get many, so yeah. So what would happen is they would have soaked the water up and they'll sprout. So again, I'm going to spread them out. What have we got? We're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. See if we'll use up all of these, and then I'll use what's left of the other pack as well. Oh, can you hear that rain? It's supposed to be really nice next week. Well, it is here in Kent anyway. It's supposed to be up to about 18 degrees next week. Just need it to be on a day that I'm not working. So hopefully later in the week, it will be nice and sunny. Right, these are old seed, these ones. I'm not sure if they'll do anything, but you know, you don't know unless you try, do you? So we'll stick it in. Oh, there's some more, 2 more in there. There we go. So there's the sweet peas. Oh, there's a couple more in there as well. Might just stick them in. Oh, what all that white stuff is. Okay, so let's put a tag on there. Sweet pea. So I've got these plastic ones. We reuse them. You can see, what was that? International kidney. So that was a potato. Black Russian is a tomato, I think. Sweet pea. There we go. And then let's get some compost if we've got any left. Not a lot. I might have to go back outside and get that other bag. I have 2 bags. Right, I'm going to have to go out in the rain. At least I didn't have to go far. Right, this one has been in there. Oh, this is very dry, this one. You can tell the different varieties. There we go. Looking good. And now these old compost bags, we keep them. And we use them as like a weed membrane, or you can grow in them. So I just roll them down. You can actually grow some potatoes in there. But yeah, we cut them open so that they're flat, and then you can use them as weed membrane. Stop the weeds, hopefully. Okay, so that's that, and that. I've got one more tray. What can we? Have I got one more? Yeah, what is the other? Oh, nasturtiums. Let's get some nasturtiums going, shall we? And then the rest we'll have to wait. So I've got some zinnias and stuff. I need to bring down another bag of compost for that. These are great. Look at the size of them. I love these ones. Okay, let's spread these out. I'm going to need probably a couple of packets per tray, because you don't get many. The bigger the seed, it tends to be the less you get. I had some squash seeds last year. I think I only had 5 in a pack. So you just hope and pray that they all take, otherwise you don't have many plants. Yeah, if you've got something like it's like a snapdragon, tend to get loads of them in a pack. Right, let's get another pack of nasturtiums. These ones. These are Tom Thumb, so these must be. I'm just gonna. It doesn't matter what they are, does it? They either spread or they don't. But nasturtiums are great as well as a like a companion plant. What they do is they're like a sacrificial plant. A lot of people use them for, so they draw the aphids away from your food plants, and they go on to the nasturtiums instead. But I like to have the nasturtiums. I always feel bad. Right, that's quite a lot in there. Oh, there's some left. Yeah, so that's what a lot of people use them for as well. Oh, I'm going to have to go out in the rain and get some water to water these. Right, one more label, and then that's about all we're going to be able to do, because I need to get some more compost. Right, how do you spell nasturtium? That's all the seeds I'm going to sow today, because I've run out of compost. I'm going to give them a quick water, because they're in the greenhouse. Obviously I know it's raining, but they're not going to get wet, and yeah, the rest will have to wait until I get some more or bring some compost down. So I was going to do some weeding as well in some of the beds and get them prepared, because I thought if I could do one sort of bed every time I come, it doesn't seem such a big daunting task. But I didn't bring a coat, and I don't fancy doing it in the rain, so I'm going to go home. But I have sown some seeds, so that's good, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.